This is KCTV5 News at 10.
A Kansas City woman's bizarre attack has left police wondering if she was taking bath salts. The synthetic drug was thrown into the national spotlight back in May. A 31-year-old homeless man bit off another man's face before police shot and killed him. Police are looking into whether that man was on bath salts too. The victim survived, but is undergoing multiple face reconstruction surgeries. KCTV5's Betsy Webster reports it has some similarities.
I mean, I've seen him do some crazy stuff, but not that.
Charles McBride watched as police approached the woman at these apartments near 61st and Prospect.
I saw her dig on the ground like she was digging on the ground like a dog would. They tried to grab her, and then she started kicking back at her.
According to the police report, her leg was mule kicking, and she had what appeared to be dirt in her mouth.
They may respond to you in a way that just absolutely makes no sense.
Detective Chris Onick says people on some synthetics exhibit behaviors similar to those high on PCP.
It does make it difficult when they're aggressive and combative towards you, and then they're non-responsive and they're delusional and they may be hallucinating.
The officer who responded to last week's report on Prospect first thought the woman was under the influence of PCP, then noticed the woman's eyes were dilated instead of constricted, as they are with PCP, which had him speculate that bath salts might be to blame. Whether they actually were, we don't know. Neighbors say the woman acted strangely all the time.
Every time I've met her, she's been off the chain. Way off the chain, you know, everything that she said and everything she does.
But the behavior has come to police enough that they're taking action.
We're currently putting together a training block to cover, you know, the generic types, the basic things that you're going to see, going over with behavior, how that stuff is going to impact a person, what to look for if you do find it, what to do with it.
Suspect to the hospital for mental evaluation. More than 40 states have banned bath salts and other chemicals that can be used to get high legally. But Special Agent Jeffrey Scott with the Drug Enforcement Administration says it's not that simple. He says the DEA last year banned 3 of the most common chemicals found in these drugs.
And as I'm speaking now, you know, the formulations are changing, the chemicals themselves are changing, and we've seen it as something of a game of whack-a-mole. You ban or regulate, schedule 3 chemicals, and then 3 more appear, and then 5 more. So that represents a challenge.
That ban started in October 2011 and is effective for at least a year. During that time, the agency will decide whether a permanent ban is warranted.
Good evening. Now charges in a very strange case out of Lawrence. 2 parents are now charged, accused of tying up 2 of their 5 children and blindfolding them outside a Walmart. 52-year-old Adolfo Gomez and 43-year-old Deborah Gomez are charged with child endangerment. The family lived in Illinois and was traveling to Deborah's sister's home in Arizona but had car trouble in Lawrence. Those who knew the family in Illinois say they're shocked to learn the children were treated this way.
Crazy. It's just crazy. You know, every day you hear about something like this going on, right? You know, and here it is, 2 blocks from my house. Didn't know a thing, you know. It just blows your mind.
To think that they were blindfolded and tied, you know, if they couldn't take the kids, there's 100 places that they could have took and dropped them off.
The Gomezes are still in Douglas County Jail. Their 5 children are in protective custody.
New tonight, Westwood, Kansas is one step closer to getting a Walmart. The store over the old Apple Market on Mission Road and turned it into one of their neighborhood markets. Today, the City Council approved a preliminary plan. It will now go before the Planning Committee in July, back to the city for final approval. Kansas City's new East Patrol campus and crime lab is on hold. The city brought out residents between Brooklyn and Prospect and between 26th and 27th Streets. They're paying homeowners the highest of 3 appraisals on their property plus relocation costs. But some folks say it's not enough. And now 14 property owners are refusing to sell.
I've been treated with a raw deal. They want to give me a very small amount for my house. People just want it to be fair. Just make it fair, people will go. That's all we're asking for.
Today, the city decided to try to negotiate with these homeowners for another 2 weeks. If they can't come to a deal after that, the city will have to go through a lengthy court process. Officials hope to start construction in 2013.
Burglars keep hitting the Northland apartment complex. Since June 2nd, there have been at least 15 burglaries at the Parvin Estates off Parvin, east of Brenton. In just one night, 6 homes were hit. Neighbors say this has been going on far too long, and the apartment management took too long to notify neighbors.
It's ridiculous. The residents should have been warned way before that time that that's a serial burglary.
Property manager says they spent more than $1,600 putting bars on apartment doors. They've also added overnight security and say they are cooperating with police.
Clouds are hovering across the metro today.
But could we see any rain? Get a check of the weather with Archie.
So checking out the city cam, you guys, we see partly cloudy weather going on. Beautiful weather. It's 75 degrees outside. Perfect weather conditions. You might want to grab a little jacket to control the weather going on because it might be a little bit of a breeze. As we check out both Kansas and Missouri, we see Kansas in mainly the 70s and Missouri in the 80s. And then check out Sedalia at 90, Lee Summit at 80. Lots of weather going on. Checking out the satellite and radar, partly cloudy skies with rain shattering the live power. Partly cloudy skies passing up through St. Joe throughout the Missouri area. And as we check over time, Friday around 7 p.m. to Saturday, we're going to see heavy clouds. But as of now, it's 75 degrees. Around 5 p.m., we'll see 87, and 7 p.m., we'll see 83. The weather is looking very nice today, so definitely get outside, stay active, let's move. Checking out the 7-day weather forecast. Friday, we see 87, Saturday, 89, Sunday, 86. Happy Father's Day, and Monday 92, Tuesday 90, Wednesday 89, Thursday 87. That is your 7-day weather forecast. I hope you guys have a great Father's Day. This has been your weather.
KCTV5 Sports with Michael Coleman.
Royals hoping to sweep the Brewers would have to do it without Jeff Francoeur. He argues balls and strikes, and the ump says your night is over. That was in the 2nd inning. Then in the 4th, Ned Yotes gets bounced arguing a foul bunt call, so the Royals lead in ejections 2-0. In the same 4th inning, Ryan Byrne takes Luke Kcabj deep for the solo shoot, and 1-0 Brewers lead. In the 6th, Eric Hosmer takes Excelsior Springs native Sean Markham deep with a man on the Royals take 2-1 lead. 9th inning, Royals down 3-2. Brian Penna, hard hit, brings home a hustling Mitch Meyer. A throwing error by Edwin shoots the door for Gerald Dyson to score winning run. 2 out of 2 runs, and the Royals get the sweep. Royals won't need extras tonight to win as they pull off their third game sweep of the season, winning 4-3. Great momentum heading Louis for this weekend series. Chiefs begin the grind in St. Joe next month. Today is the last day of camp, but there's homework to be done during the 6-week vacation.
Chiefs head coach Romeo Crennel was in a great mood today after minicamp ended.
Oh, yes, that's what I like to hear.
It's the end of minicamp and the start of a mini summer vacay for he and the missus.
My wife, she's going to take me somewhere. I don't know exactly what she's going to do. She never tells me until the last minute.
The next 5 weeks for Romeo, though, are much different than they are for his players.
Summer vacation, there's no vacation time for us. It's back to work.
As a football player, as a competitor, I know I can speak for all these guys. We can't just sit around all day. We might take a couple days off, but we're trained to work.
Next 5 weeks, what do you do?
Work out. A lot of that. A lot of staying out of trouble.
For rookies like Dontari Poe, he'll be working even though he's not at work. He's got to keep that 350-pound frame in shape, and he's got to exercise that muscle between his ears and learn his new playbook.
Man, that thing like a 5th grade, 2 5th-grade biology books. I mean, it's pretty thick.
And the same goes for quarterback Matt Castle. He has yet another offensive coordinator, his 5th in 4 years. And with a new coordinator comes a new system.
It's been a big learning. I mean, it's been a steep learning curve, really. And it's just about each day trying to get better, trying to set a foundation.
Minicamp is over, but much work remains before they report to training camp in St. Joe the end of next month.
Well, the message to them is to stay out of trouble and do the right things and continue to work out, continue to study, and know that when you come back, it's for real.
Reporting from the Chiefs practice facility, I'm Brad Fanning, KCTV5 Sports.
Now to County Mart, Missouri, Kansas High School football all-star game. Lee Summit North quarterback Will Harrington ends the 80-yard drive with the 4-yard keeper. Mizzou's extra point is no good. Kansas All-Stars get a jolt when the ensuing kickoff Olathe head Kcabj with a mad dash for 88 yards. The play was set up beautifully. Kansas takes the 7-6 lead. Missouri gets it back for the quick score and goes on to beat Kansas 19-7.
Well, Archie, you're right about one thing. Sunday is Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to all of our listeners.
That's right. The Father's Day should be looking pretty clear with a slight chance of rain.
Just a slight chance. Hopefully for all of our fathers, we don't have that much rain. And as for sports, hopefully there's some good sports programming this weekend.
Hopefully so. I heard there might be a couple of golf tournaments going on for the fathers this weekend. And so, you know, definitely get out there and grill and enjoy it. Toss the football around with your dad. And it's baseball season as well with the All-Star games coming up. So that's tickets for Father's Day. Make a great gift.
So fathers, grab your kids. Kids, grab your fathers. But just for now, thanks for watching tonight. Wake up to KCTV5 News. It's your morning starting at 4:30 a.m.
And check in for news and weather updates anytime on KCTV5.com. Good night.
Good night.